Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your bonus reading for February 2023. We're just going to jump right in here, and we're going to do a past, present, future spread here. So in your past position, you have this occupation card with the Six of Swords, Two of Swords, the Moon. Some of you, I feel like, have been occupied mentally by something in the past. Probably like a decision or a difficult decision that you're having to make or have had to make. And I think this is a big life decision. You do have the Lovers here, which could say that it's about love, but really I feel it's much bigger than that. I feel that the decision or the choice that you have been trying to make is definitely going to like alter the path of your life. And I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but you have the Star, the World, some pretty powerful cards here, Virgo. So it's like this change or this new path that you've been thinking about is something that will, change the path of your life. It's going to lead to a new direction. And look, you have the Judgment card here as well. Really, I mean, I feel like some of you are just waking up to your true purpose. But again, I feel like this right here, it could be talking about your job, but really I feel it's talking about your brain has been occupied. You've just been overthinking something. I don't even really get overthinking vibes. I get more crunching. It's like you're crunching the numbers. And even if it's not numbers, you're just like kind of organizing information in your head about your future, your life. And, I think it's something that's been going on for several months now at least. And you're just kind of, trying to decide what to do. The funny thing is that, I kind of feel like you've already decided what you're going to do, what change you're going to make here, what path you're going to pick in your life. Six of Swords, but this is the After Tarot. And in the After Tarot, they are already on the calmer shores. They've already made it across the choppy waters. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you've already made it across the choppy waters and you're on calmer shores. It's like you've already made your decision probably to pick a new path. The thing is what I would say is when we pick the new path, right? The Lovers can be being at a crossroads. Death says you are making the change in the future. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes I think we make a change and then we're like, now what? Now what do I do? And, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is saying, just start putting in the work. You're ready. You're ready for this change. You have the Two of Swords. Again, Two of Swords can kind of be like a head over heart decision. It can also represent needing to make a decision based off your intuition. And that's really what I feel here. I also feel there's just a change that needs to happen. I always say that she has this new island behind her and she needs to go to that new island because maybe everything she wants exists over there. She doesn't know because she's never been there. She has to go across the choppy waters to get there. And I feel for a lot of you that there's just much better energy in something new. And again, you have the Moon card here. The Moon represents uncertainty. The thing that I love about this reading, obviously, is this right here. Star, much better card. But the Sun is coming up between the two pillars that are on the Moon right here. It really tells me that you're going to be leaving behind a moon period. The moon period is like fears, being afraid, not being certain of the future. And again, this is coming up in your past position. So I feel you've already kind of started to heal this energy. You've already started to make progress towards something bigger and better. With the Six of Swords, you have the Lovers. It could be a love decision here for some of you, but really I just feel that, again, the Lovers traditionally was like being at a crossroads. It's also an energy of being guided. You can see on just the bigger version here that there's an angel right up there. This is your higher self angel. So I feel like you are being guided to make a new decision or to pick a new path, go in a new direction in your life. With the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. It's going to be much more successful for you. So whatever you're doing, I'm pretty sure that for like your past several readings, I've been saying that some of you could be making a change in your career. And I'm not saying you're like changing career. It might be the same career, but you're just doing things differently. Or maybe your approach to your career is changing or your business. Whatever this change is, I feel it's going to be very successful. And I feel like it's really going to help you. There you go. I feel like it's really going to help you stand out because, we have the Star in the World. So for those of you that do anything involving getting attention or standing out in the world. To me, this looks like a lot of attention. With the Moon, you have the Ace of Cups. It's like you're moving closer to your heart. Maybe you've been doing things that really just, that you're not feeling. Maybe you've been doing things that you just don't love. And that's like a big thing, I feel, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius this year. Pluto and Aquarius, it doesn't really have to do with this, but again, I think it's just intuitively, I feel like it's a major theme. that we need to do what we love. If we're not doing things we love, we're going to feel tired, exhausted. We're not going to want to do it. So I would make sure that the things you're doing cause you to overflow, right, with good energy. Next, in your present position, you have this adventures card. I feel like you're looking for new adventures. I feel like it's almost like your crown chakra is very stimulated right now as well. Your head could be buzzing, literally, at the time of me doing this video, right? But your head could be buzzing, and I also feel like you're just excited by new ideas. I definitely get that energy here off this adventure card. You're ready for new adventures. You're ready for change. I'm not saying that you're traveling. Some of you could be traveling. You have the world here again, or you could be moving, but it could be mental adventures. You could be learning about new things. You could be working towards the star. The star is your North Star. It's something that you want to have in life, something you want to create. So you have the Lovers, the star, in the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're sick and tired of this right here. I feel like you're sick and tired of not getting equal give and take from situations. This could be anything. It doesn't even have to just be love, but I do feel you want to kind of have good back and forth with the things that you're exchanging energy with. Could be even your job. It's like if you're working and if you're not having a good exchange of energy with your work, then it looks to me like you're ready to make a change. You are ready to do something where there is a good exchange of energy. You have the star card as well. And again, everybody's been getting the star, Pluto and Aquarius, I would say here, but the star is about having a North Star. It's about kind of having something that guides you, having something that you can work towards. It's also a card of seeing the big picture, like kind of zooming out and putting things in perspective and seeing everything that's going on in your life, deciding what's important, deciding what's not important. But I'm also getting for you, Virgo, that I would be looking at the big picture like as you want to see it. I kind of get more of a energy of using your imagination, doing visualization exercises, creating things in your imagination and then bringing them into reality. I think all that stuff would be a very good idea for you. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I think your past few readings, you've definitely had a lot of love energy showing up in them. You have the Lovers twice, so could be love. It could be from a distance as well, because you have the World card and you have the Judgment card. And I'll show you. This right here kind of represents the fact that something would need to change for this love to enter into your life. The good news is that you have that Judgment card. So that tells me that if you are dealing with a person at a distance, or if you're just attracting new love and you want it to go somewhere, that tells me that it's finally going somewhere. It will be in the near future, right? Let's see. With the Lovers, you have the Sun. Are you kidding me? The Sun and the Star is fame and fortune. So if you're trying to become famous, this could be like fame and fortune or success coming in for you. A lot of happiness. I also feel like there's a lot of attention coming in for you with the Sun and the Star. So you could be getting a lot of attention at this time with this energy. I really like this right here. I also feel that if you are trying to make a decision, an important decision, then to me, this quite simply says one is just better than the other. And I know that sounds obvious, right? But as someone, I've seen so many people make decisions that they didn't want to make, right? Because of whatever. And I feel like this is saying, no, there's something that is going to lead to happiness. You can feel it and you can see it. So make that decision. Don't try to people please. Like maybe you have a choice between two people. It's like maybe one person you want to keep happy. Maybe the other person's much, much better. It's like pick the new person. Maybe this is, a business. Maybe people are telling you that they don't want you to start a business because it's risky, but maybe you want to do it. Take the risk, right? Move towards your happiness. With the Star card, you have the Four Wands. Clearly could be meeting a person that you will marry. You have Gemini, Aquarius, Leo. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo stand out to me with the World card. So it could be any one of those signs if you are looking for love here, Virgo. But it could lead to marriage because you have the Four Wands. The Four Wands is also a card of freedom. And again, we have Uranus and Taurus right now. And so for you Earth signs, you, Virgo, freedom is going to be a major theme for you for a long time, is what I would say. Even though Uranus leaves Taurus in 2025, at the end of 2025, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to go past that time. So if there are things that make you feel constricted or make you feel like you're not free or make you feel like you can't be creative or whatever, you're probably going to get rid of those things. You're probably going to move on to something else. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. You have the power to change your situation. If you're not getting what you want, Six of Pentacles is like breadcrumbing, so if you're in situations that are not investing back in you, or if there is not an equal exchange of energy, Temperance says try to change it. Use your words. If you're dealing with a person and if they're not giving enough to you, what I would say is open your mouth, right? Tell them. And if maybe they'll change. And if they don't, go find someone else. I feel there is this, it's kind of funny because I feel like there's this very matter-of-fact energy in the astrology where the universe is like saying, if you're staying in a situation that sucks and you're punishing yourself by staying in it, then it's just going to suck more. But I think there's also this fear, moon, right? You have this moon card that you're not going to find something else or you're not going to find something better. And this isn't about thinking that the grass is greener. It's more about matching energy. It's like, can you honestly say that the person you're with is not at the same level? Can you say that they're down here? They're not matching your energy. If the answer is yes, then leave. The other option is you can improve yourself, right? If you improve yourself, then you can attract something much, much better. And I would say focusing on improvements in all areas of your life. We're not just talking about love. That's definitely going to be a big theme over the next 20 years or so. Next, in the area of the future, you have this card that says there's more to know than what you currently know. You have this, that one makes me roll my eyes, Virgo. You have this divine timing card. It says your angels are working behind the scenes. Things will come together at exactly the right time. So things are falling into place for sure. You're seeing these changes because you have the death card here. And I really like this death card. The sun is definitely rising on this death card. You can see it back here between the two pillars that are on the moon. Death is a card of transformation. It's also kind of a card of hope. And, the reason I say that is he has this white rose right here on his banner. And that white rose represents, on the death card, kind of represents the pinprick of light in the darkness that chases the darkness away. It's just like that one little thing that needs to change or happen so that energy can get better. So I feel like there are a lot of improvements, and I feel like there's just good things happening in your life and positive, kind of like positive changes. We also see a lot of completion energy in your reading. You have the Four of Wands, which is a card of completion. It comes up maybe when we're finishing projects or we're, finishing things up. And you have the World as well, which is also a card of positive completion, completing something in your life, card of success. So I feel like there's a lot of success and abundance coming in for you here with the World card. I do feel like some of you could be traveling with this energy as well. So if you're wanting to travel, this obviously could be travel or success for you. I'm also feeling like a lot of abundance coming in from the World card as well for some reason. So, I definitely like to see this as well. I'm also getting something about creativity. I'm kind of I'm not wanting to leave this card because I'm getting something about creativity but it has to do with how you present yourself to the world. I'm wondering if some of you are changing the way you appear. You could be changing your appearance or whatever. And then I feel like it would be a good thing because I feel like it'll lead to success. I feel like it'll lead to you standing out or getting positive attention. You have the Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords here. So the Three of Cups, of course, is a card of celebration. Queen of Swords is a card of seeing things clearly. I do feel that as we move throughout this month, the entire month of February here, Virgo, that things are just going to become more and more clear to you. Just everything in your life. You're seeing clarity. I feel like you're getting answers as well from the universe. Maybe you're seeing repeating numbers or you're seeing things that are kind of guiding you forward. And I definitely feel that energy here. I would also encourage you to spend time with people who matter to you. So this could be friends, family, people like that. It is kind of interesting because I'm kind of getting that there could be answers from people in your life that you're not really expecting. It's you never know how. You never know what people. I've had many moments in my life. I can't explain it, but and I'm sure you have as well, where it's someone says something to you and it sparks some inspiration. It kind of gives you some answers, maybe about something else that you're dealing with or about another part of your life or whatever. So you could be having some aha moments by spending time with people that matter to you. With the Death card, you have the Fool. Definitely time for a new beginning. I mean, I feel like you're taking this leap of faith towards a transformation that you're having. With the World card, you have the World card. So definitely an accomplishment or multiple accomplishments coming in for you. I feel like some of you have been working hard behind the scenes as well, in work or business, and maybe you're finally starting to see the results. I feel these results have taken a long time. You've been trying to make the changes, you've been trying to do things differently, but maybe you don't always see what you're hoping for. You don't always see the changes, you don't always see the abundance or, whatever the case may be, and I feel like you're finally seeing it. With the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you. I feel like this could be a message that comes in for you in the future. So someone could be communicating with you that they're interested in you. I feel like you could be meeting this person. Some of you could be meeting this person by traveling. So if you're traveling or if you're moving, that could be the thing that brings this person into your life. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this peace card. I'm a big fan of trying to create as much peace as we possibly can right now. Again, we have Pluto leaving Capricorn and going into Aquarius. We don't really get the medicine of a planet in a sign until after it leaves. So by that transition of Pluto going from Capricorn to Aquarius, which will be happening this year, the best way to work with the energy is to make sure that you're being efficient, which brings more peace into your life. Pluto in Capricorn has taught us that we need situations that are efficient in our life. But also, I think it's taught us not to settle. If you're like in a love situation where you're not getting what you want, leave, right? If you're in a business situation where you're not getting what you want, leave. It's kind of like demanding our value. And it's the same with Uranus and Taurus. We have Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is all about our values and the things that we value and the things we want to create in life. So I would be protecting your peace right now. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Four Swords, and the Judgment card. Definitely feel you need to get moving. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of being, too cautious, not taking any risks. And you have the Fool right next to him. So I feel now would be an amazing time for you to take a leap of faith towards something new and just put in the work. This really tells me you're over prepared for something like a career or something that you're working on. I feel like this over preparation energy. You have the Four Swords as well. Four Swords, of course, is a card of recovery and healing. I do feel a lot of you could be healing and recovering from things that you have been through in your life. And I do see like a lot of healing here. I really like this. I actually feel really good about this here. Surprisingly, I feel like this is your best card, but there's a person here who's receiving blessings from another person in that stained glass window. It's almost as if, I feel like your prayers are being answered. You have that divine timing card. It says you're expecting things to happen in an unrealistic timeline, but what I feel here is it's divine timing. It says your angels are working behind the scenes. I feel like you've been praying for something or asking the universe for something. It's almost like your prayers are being answered. You can see that he is praying on this Four Swords. So you've been asking for something, and I feel like your guides, your angels are saying okay, but you have to leave your old life behind. This is true for basically everyone. I mean, again, Pluto and Aquarius. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm also going to beat a dead horse because, Pluto and Aquarius, I think that people don't realize how drastically different the next 20 years is going to be compared to the last 20 years. What you have to understand is that in Capricorn, Pluto is as close to the Earth as it possibly can be. It has a long elliptical orbit, and when it moves into Aquarius, it's starting to move away from the Earth. So it's starting to go farther away. Again, we will be dead the next time something like this happens. So then before even Pluto comes closer to Earth again. So, again, this is a pretty drastic change and you're going to notice it. But again, part of the drastic change is that we have to change to match the energy and to work with the energy. So don't be afraid to answer the call. Whatever you feel called to do, I would do it. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Devil. Could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you. I actually feel pretty good about this as well. Devil, obviously I would avoid toxic substances and things like that. But really, I feel like this is a good person that could be coming in for you. With the Four Swords, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, if you're attracting love, then it's definitely a person who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I also feel this could be you. You are the Hermit, right? In the tarot, the Hermit has climbed to the top of a mountain to gain wisdom and knowledge. You also have the Hangman here, right? Is that you? No, you don't. I lied. So I thought you had the Hangman for some reason. Doesn't matter because you have the Star and the Sun. Both cards represent enlightenment, and I feel like you have been enlightened. But more importantly, in the tarot, you are the Hermit, which is all about gaining wisdom. And so whatever you have learned about, I would start putting that into action. With the Judgment card, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have to be bold and assertive. It could be a fire sign. By the way, you've been getting a lot of fire in your reading. So it could be a fire sign coming in for you, or it could just be a very fiery person. But really, I feel like this is saying, the King of Wands, he gets called to judgment. The universe tells him hey, there's this exciting new opportunity for you in your life that is part of your purpose, judgment. And he just starts building towards it. He's like the true entrepreneur in the tarot, but I'm not even saying you have to be an entrepreneur, but embracing entrepreneurial energy could be very important. What the hell does that mean? Well, it means if you're starting a new career, can you nurture it into existence? Can you act as if it is a baby? He treats things like they are babies, not in an immature way, like, oh, you're an immature baby. He like really just nurtures things into existence. He puts the work in. He really takes care of it. He goes above and beyond to make something happen. And I feel like if you can do that, you are clearly going to have a very successful month. We're going to pull 5 main themes now and see what is going on for you at this time. You have this quill card. It says, get back to basics. It's funny because I do feel a certain simplicity in the month of, what is it? February, right? I almost forgot. And what I would say is keep it simple. You're like the second sign that has had something about really kind of going back to basics or keeping things simple. I also used to know a guy in marketing, and I used to like train with this guy and everything, and he would always go to like the beginner courses for like marketing and stuff like that, and people would always say, hey, you're a marketing genius, why are you at these beginner courses, right? Because this guy was like literally a genius, and he used to say, it's not the hard stuff I forget, it's the easy stuff. So ever since then, it always reminds me, he always reminded me, it's like sometimes it's not the hard stuff, right? The complicated stuff. When things are complicated, your brain remembers it. When things are easy, that's the stuff we forget. So, I kind of feel that here. You have this candle card. It says you will be shown the way. A lot of guidance here, sun, star. I feel like you really are being guided this month. You have this tulip card, great passion, King of Wands. King of Wands really follows his passions and his desires. And again, I've been saying this for like 2 years. We are in a time where if I were you, I would be moving more towards your passions, your desires, the things you want to do. You have this May card, so the month of May, and you have the scales card that says keep your life in balance. It kind of makes sense to me that, really the way I see the astrology is that between now and like April, really, I think we just have to keep it, just one foot in front of the other, right? And I'm not saying things are going to be slow or bad or anything like that, but I do feel like we need to kind of be more one foot in front of the other, kind of working towards our goals, wishes, dreams. And that's exactly what I would do here. And finally, you have this peace and harmony card, this wind chimes card. So I would protect your peace at all cost.